Hey there guys, and today's topic is the Void Store, but even more importantly, the super cool history behind the Void Store. But before I could continue, I would appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. I mean, why not? It's free. So, the Void Store. If you aren't a trader or an old school Roblox player, you probably have never seen this item, or you have seen it but don't really know its history. The Void Star is a spiky crown with some jewels on it. It looks pretty basic, but it goes with a lot of items really well. Due to its shape, beautiful hair and other hats, like the top hats and sparkle time feathers, look really good with this item. It's a very expensive item with only 987 copies remaining of the original almost 2000. But why is this particular item so important, and why does it have its own video talking about it? Well, that's all because of the history. The history, alright. Story time. So back in 2007, Roblox ran a sort of scavenger hunt. It was going by two names: the 4 mysterious objects revealed and mysterious objects cited. So there were these poems that you had to solve. The first poem pertains to the screw item, as lines like twist around and thread faster hint at something that twists into an object and holds it in place, a screw. The second one is also pretty easy. Curdled is usually only used when talking about one thing: cheese. The last line, beware of mice, also hints to this item being the cheese hat. However, it's the third and fourth ones that were a challenge. The third, to be specific, but we'll get into that later. The fourth one is in Latin and is talking about the item Coif of Glory, and it references the Iliad, an epic tale about the city of Troy being invaded by the Greek army. This post explains that since this poem references hats, then this item must be a Greek themed hat, the Coif of Glory. And finally, we get to Mysterious Object 3. This one was extremely hard to find, and it sends users on one of the most wild goose chases I have ever seen. In fact, probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest, in all of Roblox's history. And so the quest for Mysterious Object 3 began. First, users were sent to none other than sword fights on heights. Not the fourth one, but the original, considering the fourth one, I don't think it existed in 2007. If one were to go into Roblox Studio with a copy of this game, because it was uncopy locked, so anyone could just take it, and find a specific script for Brick 3, there will be a message at the end. The message reads, Mysterious Object number 3. Perhaps the most mysterious of all, the Garden of Proserpine, Dead Dreams of Days Forsaken. This references the poem titled The Garden of Proserpine by Algernon Swinburne. I don't think that's how you pronounce it, but I'm just gonna go with that. A poem about the Greek myth, the Garden of Proserpine. Lots of Greek stuff, huh? But that's just the tip of the iceberg on this scavenger hunt. Users then had to go to look for a user by the name of Swinburne on the Roblox website. This user had a friend's only place called Where the World is Quiet, which you could still visit to this day. However, to play this game, one had to message Swinburne the correct answer to the previous 3 mysterious objects to get to this place by a friend request. To finish the hunt game itself is a recreation of the game of Proserpine with 4 spears that the player had to find in the correct order to finish the hunt. The 4 spears pertain to the first lines of this poem, Dead Dreams of Days Forsaken, blind buds that snows have shaken, while leaves that winds have taken, red strays of ruined springs. Now, I'm not an English professor, so I'm not going to go into detail about what these lines actually mean, but I will say what happens when all of the spears were collected in the right order. Once the player had all 4 spears in the right order, they would then have to visit the temple, where they would receive a text box telling them to message Swinburne a secret password, that password being Algernon, the first name of the author of the poem. If done so before the date of August 16th, 2007, and if they had all the other mysterious objects, the user would finally receive an item. Mysterious Object 3. There were only 14 winners of this item, making it one of the rarest items in the game's history. After the event was concluded, Mysterious Object 3 became the Void Store gift box, formerly Mysterious Object number 3, and inside was none other than the Void Store itself. Now, this is what I call an event. Man, I wish Roblox would do another one of these kinds of events. I get that it would be a lot harder nowadays, and basically it will be really hard to figure it out, but who cares, but have a challenge. I don't know, the player base is massive, but they did something familiar with the Ready Player One event back then, so I don't know. All in all, this video is just to talk about how cool this item really is, and to bring light to a long forgotten event that in my opinion was one of the coolest ever, and the most difficult ever. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.